Hello and welcome to Paranormal Queen. This is Lisa Lano, your host. I am a paranormal researcher, a medium, a psychic, and I really love to combine that with my absolute love for rock and metal music, especially new stuff. And this evening, I've got both. Yes, it's 2 in 1. A newer band that gave me an amazing paranormal story as well. So buckle up, because this is going to be fun. The band is Airstrike. This is their second album. They've been out since 2023 with the new singer. They are straight up rock and roll. It's really good rock. Their influences are similar to Greta Van Fleet, with a little bit of Aerosmith thrown in, with an amazing higher pitched voice. Some amazing rock songs and really great ballads. Throw in a little bit of blues and you've got Airstrike. They are 4 German guys. One of their newer people, the singer, is originally from Peru, and they're just amazing young men. If you like retro 80s kind of thing, you're gonna love Airstrike. If you like just plain straight up rock and roll, you're gonna love Airstrike. If you like upbeat, great music, you're gonna love Airstrike. Actually, let me give you a little sample of them. Listen.
If they would only know what it's all about. We are the light of the city. We are the ones making it pretty. We're giving jobs, we're giving you the sound. We are the engine of the world. Don't forget it's our town. Come on by, I'll show you my bed of roses. It's a little harder than yours, despite I'm not the wolf of Wall Street. Come on now, girl, you're pretty lady. You know that I can give it and take it. So come on down, show you around. On the way down, getting kind of pretty. On the way down, where you look so pretty out of light.
So that was just a small sample of Airstrike. Oh, I saw them for the very first time in Hamburg, Germany, at another show where a band called Kiss and Dynamite, another great rock band, and Massive Wagons were also playing. And I gotta tell you, these guys being new, people just fell in love with them because he's got such a stage presence and the musicians are great. And I gotta tell you, they are really nice people as well. Young men. They like the 80s and AC/DC and all that, but, they weren't even around when this stuff happened. So it's funny to see things coming back. It's kind of cool. At any rate, one of the reasons I mentioned that Julio, the singer, is from Peru, is I kind of had a feeling that he was going to be into the paranormal world. Just when I saw that he was from Peru, knowing some things about their culture, boy, I couldn't have been more right. He has a paranormal story to tell, but let's introduce them first. We are in Hamburg, Germany, and we are with Airstrike. And if you don't know who they are, you're going to find out right now.
Who they are.
Exactly. Everybody's going to love these guys. They're kind of on the newer side as far as people knowing who they are, and it's not going to take long. So jump on the train now. And if you like rock and roll, if you like blues, if you like just heart-pumping good stuff and amazingly beautiful ballads, you're gonna love these guys. With that, we have, now you were born in Peru, right?
I was born
Julio?
in Peru, that's right.
Okay, but you've been in Germany for a while.
I've been in Germany 10 years.
10 years?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. And you like Michi, is how you like it. Okay,
Yeah.
and you're from the
From
area.
Germany.
Okay, so the 4 of you grew up together? And
Well, the 3 of them.
you're Flo, but it's actually
Yeah,
Florian,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
I love that name.
That's correct.
And-
Thriller.
And Johnny, so
Three
how
months
long
already now.
because you just joined not that long ago.
Well, 2 years ago, I would
Yeah.
say. Around about
Yeah,
Three
years.
3 years, yeah.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
So,
Summer, July 20.
He's good with
21.
dates.
and
There was a day I lost my cell phone on the top of the car.
do you have any special inspiration? Anything that's just like, because, okay, I noticed that one song is about this, and one song's about that, and it's like, it's great. It's not all the same thing. So
lyric-wise, all the stuff comes from Julio.
okay,
Like, so the topics for the songs and what they are about, it's all Julio's part.
oh, it is.
Just-
Okay,
Yeah.
I think you have to have a connection as a singer, but you can probably tell that better to what you're singing.
Probably. Yeah, well, so the band lost the singer because he was just not right for
yeah.
them. and
Sometimes it just doesn't work out.
they looked for me. I was playing with another band, and I had a talk with my father like months ago, and he was like, "There's gonna be a band which lost a singer, and you have to go
Oh,
there."
he's like me.
Yeah, and my father, I never have connection with him. I spoke with him 2 times in my life, but he just wrote me that, and I was like,
Oh, wow.
"Fuck you." Okay, I remember what he said. I'm just gonna go try it, you know. And I went there, and for me, it was like straight up. I wanted to see what it was about, and I was like, "Look, guys, with you guys, I want to make a song now.
Yeah.
I just want you guys to play something that starts kind of like a little bit sad but powerful."
Okay.
And then he played a note, and from there I already had lyrics from an experience I was living in that time,
Amazing.
and it just came, the lyrics little by little, and we made our first song in the first 20 minutes. So I was like, all right, I can compose with you guys, which is really good, because in my other band I was doing everything, you know, musically, lyrically, instrumentally. I was telling the drummer, do this accent there.
No.
So with them I have the freedom.
It's his job.
Yeah, you know, everybody does their thing and implement their own kind of like energy and feeling towards the songs that we create. Sometimes a little bit more me, sometimes the melody a little bit more them as well. So it's a good mix and a good blend of all of our energies.
America needs new music.
But it seems there's a couple of bands coming up. Like, for example, Rival Sons,
Yeah.
but from America, Dirty Honey.
Dirty
I
They're
don't
from
know if you know
America?
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dirty Honey
Yeah.
are from America, and
Goodbye, June.
Greta Van Fleet,
Greta.
and they are amazing. And it seems that you're right
It's
with that.
coming. It's gonna
It's-
come back.
Yeah,
And I feel like the kids are going to tell their parents
Give
to
me
get
good music.
into it,
yeah.
you know, and be like, oh wow, because I see kids with like Led Zeppelin shirts. I'm like, what? I don't even know what that is. I need to know what inspired One in a Million. I gotta know. I gotta know. The song, the video, though.
So,
And are the lyrics on your CD?
yes, they
Okay,
are.
okay.
They're all written there.
Good, good.
So, One in a Million,
Video's crazy.
we needed a fucking great song. First of all, that was the thing. We were doing the album and we needed like this great song, and then I was fucking pissed, and then I was like, it has to be with One in a Million, because you know each individual is 1 in a million. We are 1 in a million, and you have to believe that because we are 1 in a million. I said that. I was repeating that. So then it was like, bulletproof. I ain't afraid of nothing. Don't play with me. I might be a little too fun, you know. But if you dare, I'll take you back to your nature, because I'm 1 in a million, I'm a shooting star. And it just came like this, and it's 1 in a million, 1 in a million. So, and then it's a little bit about this ego of believing something, but also being able to letting it go and knowing that you don't need anything to be yourself. So that's what the song is kind of about.
I love it. And that really makes a lot of sense.
Sum it up. We are so grateful that on this run
Thankful.
we've been taken with open arms by all the people, by all the fans, because I think we are pretty much like the underdog on this tour.
Yes.
Nobody knew us. We
Yeah,
just
no,
got our
yeah.
debut album out last year. So
Yeah.
it's 1 year only.
Yeah.
And people are really, they seem to like it. They seem to love what we do. And we seem to build a connection. And that's what we would really like to do in America as well, of course.
And the more familiar they get with you, the more it will be, you know.
I've been waiting to go back to the U.S. since I left the U.S.
Yeah.
I never went back again, so it's a dream come true.
He was in Florida.
I was in Florida, grandma lives in Miami, cousins live in Las Vegas,
Yeah.
uncle lives in... don't even know where.
Santa Monica or something.
I don't know,
California.
man. I'm looking forward to step on American soil.
Okay, let's get back to the paranormal, because I said I had a paranormal story for you. Every time I do interviews with somebody who's not specifically doing an interview or a podcast with me about something paranormal, I always ask, have you had anything unusual or paranormal, meaning anything science can't explain, happen to you? And that can be anything, people. That could be anything. It's not always a ghost. Everybody thinks it's a ghost. But not always. It could be an encounter with an alien, an extraterrestrial, an angel. It could be anything at all that science can't explain yet. And this time it's about a dream. And it's really kind of interesting because it involves me. Now, I had never met this gentleman. I had never met any of them. I spoke through their tour manager. So I had never met anybody until I was literally on the bus talking with them. So take a listen to this and you'll see how it all kind of comes together. I would like to know if anybody has any strange story.
Oh, well, that happens to me every day.
Well, okay. Well, I know I can't get it all today.
You just talked about a crazy dream.
Yeah.
I was
I saw you in my dream last night.
Yeah?
And you had a stone in your mouth. I think it was you. It was like an ancient being, first of all.
Oh, I am.
Like, wait, you want me to tell you the dream?
Would you?
I was digging for treasures
Okay.
in the earth, you know, and then there was like this monument of crystals where I took one, and like I'm very connected to the dream world, like lucid dreaming and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then I took this crystal and it didn't, you know, I wanted that one, but it was not the right one. And then I grabbed one that looked exactly like one that I found in my pocket that I had in these jeans since a while. And then I went to this other part and it was in Germany. And I was digging up the first I was in a different country. I was digging up, you know, the earth, and then there was like this tomb. And then in this tomb there was a lady full of water, but I didn't know she was alive or dead, you know, in between worlds. And then I took her socks off, you know, and then I was like, is she alive? And I put the sock away, and then she starts to move, and then it was like, and she was like, oh, you just woke me up from such a, and now what year is it, you told me, and then this, you know, she starts, I have to do things, I have to get to some people, and then she starts running and looking, and the stone she had in her mouth, I moved it, you know, and I think it was that one in your finger.
Oh my gosh, that is so... I've never worn this before.
Yeah.
For some odd reason, I just...
It was, but you know, I was like, there's gonna be someone I meet today that reminds me of that
That's
person.
weird.
Yeah.
Because we left the hotel.
Yeah.
We were out of the room and I said, I forgot something, and I ran back in and put this on.
Crazy.
And I wasn't going to wear it.
There's the
It was
connection.
just... It is weird.
That happens to me
A
all
lot
the
of
time.
times in the morning he comes and he's like, Johnny, I saw something in my dreams. You know, we're gonna make this happen. And all the time we're gonna do it. And he's right.
What's even stranger about that whole paranormal story is that I never, ever wear big white rings. Ever. It's always something small, generally black. And I don't even know why I bought that. I was at a crystal shop that a friend of mine owns, and something just, I don't know, it called to me, so I grabbed it. And it gets even crazier because after the show, after all the bands played, and now I was at the barrier right up front, and nobody bumped into me, banged into me, anything like that. At the end of the show, I looked down and the stone from the ring was gone. It was like literally nowhere. Now I hadn't moved through those whole bands, and the crowd wasn't crazy. This was a rock and roll crowd. It wasn't a mosh pit type thing. And, you know, people were jumping up and down, but there was no reason for the stone to fall out of the ring. Couldn't find it anywhere. And a friend of mine who knows a lot about crystals and things explained that a crystal, when it's done its job, sometimes will disappear. And it did. So again, I had no clue I was going to get a paranormal story out of all this and introduce people to some really great music.
So what do you want to tell American audiences?
And
You
we
want
want to
to
see you there rocking
Yes.
with us because it's gonna be a wild time.
If you ever get to see us,
And we would love to
go the
step
fuck
on your.
there and experience your life experience.
So, my friends, I hope you have enjoyed this paranormal rock and roll journey this evening. Airstrike Band. If you can't find them just under Airstrike, look up Airstrike Band. Links will be here as well. I want to thank Julio, Flo, Mishi, and Johnny, the amazing members of this band, for being so kind to take their time out of the last tour date from a long tour to sit and talk with me and let me introduce them to anybody who doesn't know them and to America. They're great. They're coming our way. Check them out on Spotify. Check them out on YouTube. Like them on Facebook. Remember, these guys are new. Haven't been out that long. Let's go give them some love. Airstrike. And I'll be with you soon with more paranormal stories and more bands. Have a great night. Mwah.
Wake up in the morning with a body full of rage. Slowly back to being myself. I get into the shower while the clock's ticking away. Knowing in the evening I'll be high. Sugar, you're the one. Sugar, you're the need. You are my honey. Sugar, you're the one. Sugar, you're the need. You are my sweet, sweet, sweet surprise.
Airstrike.